everyone, I am very excited to announce that I've just received this book, a Halloween colouring book, Matchstick Mouse, which is really lovely, and I am going to do a flip through for you and then colour a page. I have just turned my light out so you can see it because it reflects off the cover, but I shall pop it on now and we'll just wait for it to adjust. That's it. You see it's a bit icky, and then we'll have a look through. I haven't looked through myself yet. I wanted to look through it with you. So we have the title page, this book belongs to start with, and we get straight in. We have the sort of copyright information here, but we get straight in with a very cute picture of our friend, and she's on her broomstick with her her chestnut case bag flying through the air. We've got nice clouds and things to colour on that one. That's fun. And I haven't actually seen a flip through of this book, so it's very exciting. I put it on my wish list, and let's go in a bit closer. And it was gifted to me, and I haven't even seen it, so I knew it'd be gorgeous. I've got all the other books. I'm very lucky. So here we have Owl and baby owl and a bat flying. We have our trees, the moon, lots of stars. What I like is on the front cover here, sorry for the shine, there we go, all the stars are different colours. It looks really magical. I have never thought of doing that, so that could be fun to do that. Oh, owl in the nest. We have stars, and it's not really Halloweeny, but I think it's gorgeous. That's a really lovely one. We have some pumpkins. We have bat. These look like leaves in the sort of bat-shaped leaves. We have some sort of potion, a nice candle. There's a very cute picture. And here, what's going on? What's she doing? She's doing lots of, look, we've got artworks of different Halloween themed things. She's got a nice drink. She's just, and some candies maybe? Having a go at painting something. She's got all sorts of things here in a box, like she's going to do some collage. It's really lovely. And of course, because although there's an autumn book, because Halloween is autumnal, you could do some autumnal colours on the leaves on that one. Rather nice. But here she is flying again. Oh, wow, sort of launching off her broomstick. We have some trees. Is that the cover? Yeah, that's the cover. It's rather cute. Oh, and bat. Look at the pumpkin full of goodies. Obviously been off trick-or-treating and some flying around. That's really sweet. Ah, so she's got her pumpkin hanging up, and she's doing some sort of bat shape, I think, on the wall. It's good fun, isn't it? Or maybe that is bat. I don't know. It's good fun. So here she is with a lantern. She's got a little, I've got one of those, a little necklace which, I've got one which is in a pumpkin shape and it flashes an orange. It's quite fun. I don't know why I got it. Oh, it was her Halloween party. My niece's birthday is the 31st of October. When she was little, we always had a Halloween birthday party. So I think these are like, M&M, Skittles, something like that. But they're up here. I'm not really sure. Maybe they're just having a creepy walk. Look, Owl's holding Mouse's arm, as if Owl is frightened. Oh, and now I think that's a bag of popcorn, I'm guessing. No, I'm completely wrong. It's an acorn, isn't it? Oh dear me. So it's an upside down acorn. And Mouse is looking at the sky. Beautiful stars. Really pretty. We've got snail in that picture too. Oh, spider. I know some people aren't keen on spiders, but look at spider. I think that's very cute. But I'm not too scared of spiders. Big, huge ones, maybe. Oh, a cauldron. So again, we've got these sort of bat-shaped leaves. I think these are just decorations hanging up, and the bits of cobweb and things. It's really good fun. It's lovely. That's funny. Look, oh, she looks scared. Oh dear. I think I'd be tempted to do some autumnal colours on that one. It's rather cute. Ooh. It's got a great big spidery looking thing with a pine cone. I think she's making that using the pine cones, or making a decoration. Oh, a duck frightening all the ghosts. What an interesting picture. We've never had a duck in a Morgan O'Brien that I've seen before, so that's fun. It's lovely, very well drawn. It's quite fun. Our black cat with Mouse on her back, and we have the pumpkins, which is really cool. I like those. Oh, excuse me, I'm a bit coldy today. Oh, look, a giant pumpkin. Lovely fun to colour. And she is giving it a hug. And we've got this one, which I think is dung beetle, I think. And a little one here, probably a ladybird, I don't know. Oh, here's Bat with some ghosts. Now, of course, the ghosts are white. I might just leave them white, but I might be tempted to put some colour in them. I don't know. I'd see how the mood takes me. Oh, here she is in the pumpkin patch. Although they're all cut, they're not growing, are they? And the moon again. We've got a lot of moon images in this book, which is rather fun. So you could do it with a silver glitter pen, just with a little bit of blue. Lots of options. I picked a set of pencils to do a page from here, and I picked ones which had what I thought were good Halloween colours, but we don't have many moon colours, so we may have to do one without a moon. So hanging up the washing, but it's a ghosty. Got a candle there. I think with that one, because it's got a black background, I might do a little bit of gel pen to show a shine around the candle. That'd be fun. Another pumpkin there. Oh, look, she's got her raincoat on. In the autumn book, she just looks like her raincoat, but she's doing some sort of magic, which is great fun. Oh, she's on a ladder. I guess maybe hanging decorations, hanging up this bunting. Oh, is that a magic potion, do you think? It looks a bit dangerous standing on the broom. Oh, she's all wrapped up warm, watching a shooting star. Look, and we've got, I think that's the water. I think this is like a beach, I reckon. So in the summer book, we've got a beach, haven't we? If you've seen it. I've got a flip through of the summer book and the autumn book and the Christmas book. I'm very lucky. So there you can see those. We've got another pumpkin patch. We have got a fun tree. A ghost. We haven't got any characters in this one. I'm just looking, so that's okay. Now we've got some ghosties. Again, more pumpkins. Look, it's so cute. Look at these. Oh, cutie cute. Hanging up some more decorations. Look, is there going to be a party, do you think, at the end? Oh, look, it's a whole pumpkin house. Oh, that's so cute. We've got all the friends going. So, oh, she's looking out the window, looking really happy. All the friends are there. Oh, look. Oh, sorry, we slipped. So we've got the pumpkin in the tree. And it's black inside, which is interesting. If you wanted it to look shiny as if there's a candle in, you could go over that black, but you'd have to use a paint pen to cover the black, like a Posca, something like that. Oh, that's so cute. Isn't that cute? Really lovely. Oh, and there we are at the end. So I'm just going to grab my pencils and pick a picture. Right, I decided that I rather like this very first picture. I thought it would be quite fun making it look quite magical. We're actually going to start with the broom because the broom is wood, so I'm going to do that first. I'm using my Arteza Expert. This is the Espresso brown. It is the darkest of the browns, and I'm going to just start with a light application of that across all of the wood part. Down here, look, this is where the leaves are wrapped on, so we're going to ignore that bit a minute. Now I'm thinking it's going to be darker at the bottom. Just going to add a little more down here, this colour. Now I'm ignoring the tip because it's a matchstick, so I think we'll do that, although in the UK nowadays you don't get matches with red tips. I think it's still fun to do it in red. This is burnt ochre. I'm going to do a little more on this. on the broomstick. I'm going to sort of do the central bit and fade right to at the top. So I'm going to go over all of it, but put a heavier layer near the bottom and fade it up to the top. And we'll just do a bit of a lighter brown on the top as our very last layer. I was gifted this gorgeous book, so thank you to lovely Trudy who sent me it. It's a delight. Now, I'm not really into Halloween, to be quite honest. Camel brown. I don't go trick-or-treating. I never have done it. I find the dressing up is a bit frightening, but and we don't really do it in the UK, not many people. It's beginning, shops are trying to force us to think about it, to sell more sweets and candies, but you know, but doesn't mean I don't enjoy colouring cute Halloween pictures. I really do, so that's really lovely fun. Now matches, the red part on a match tends to be quite pink. I'm grabbing this crimson red because it's a more pinky red, I think. Yeah. And I want to make it a bit darker at the base. Oh, excuse me sniffing. As I say, I'm a bit coldy today. I'm fine, but it's a bit annoying really. I want to find a little bit of a darker colour. I'm just having a look what I... Blow my nose, sorry. I think I'm going to go for the magenta at the bottom. Here we go. And just do a layer down here. There we go. On the very top I want it to be a little bit lighter. I think I'm actually going to use a pink. This one's really sharp, so I'm going to use this. Peony pink is as good a reason as any. Just to make that top bit look lighter. There we go. Okay, now this part, the sort of string, I like to make it look slightly goldeny. So I'm going to go back to the camel brown. I'm just going to find my pencil sharpener, which is getting really full. Just give it a sharpen. Oh, I've got another sharpener somewhere. So the camel brown, and use it at the bottom here, and then fade it slightly like that, and then grab a yellow ochre, to finish it off. So I'm going back over where I started to fade, like that, a little bit lighter. There might be some shadow under mouse, but I'm not going to get too worried about it. Now the leaves I want to do in a bluey green. I think they're more Halloweeny, the bluey greens. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But so I'm going to grab the emerald green to start with, and I'm going to do the base of the leaves a little bit darker than the tips. I want quite a heavy layer down here, like this, just layering it up really, and then a bit less as I sort of fade it towards the tip of the leaf like that. I'm going to sort of assume that's the part of the same leaf. Now this one is behind, so I need to make it darker in here. I'm going to lighten it quite quickly. And same here. A bit darker, and then lighten it like that. And then I want a lighter shade. Let me see, what have we got? We have got the Shamrock green. And I'm going to pop that over where the area where we started to fade, and then take it out to the tips. Like that. And yeah, I am coming in with another colour, so it's not quite finished yet. There we go. That one actually I might leave like that because it's behind. Might be a bit darker. Same maybe with this one actually. I'm not really sure where that's going, but I'm just going to leave it there like that. And then I have got the turquoise, and I'm going to finish this off with a bit of turquoise. It's going to be quite pale on the tips, but I think it will help it to stand out. And I think that's, for me, that's a Halloweeny green. I don't know why I have these ideas. I mean, as I say, I don't do Halloween, I don't know much about it. But there we go. Now, yeah, I think that's fine. Now on Mouse's back we have the chestnut case. I'm thinking it doesn't really need to be green. I'd quite like it to be a more Halloweeny colour, like orange or purple. I haven't got a lot of orange, I've got a little bit. We could do an orange or purple hat as well. I'm thinking let's grab the orange. This is the darkest orange, which is the blood orange I'm going to use to start with, and I'm thinking around the edges at the bottom, that sort of thing, and sort of fade. I realise this is a horse chestnut shell, and I'm going to make these tips lighter, and it wouldn't be orange, but I just wanted it to look more Halloweeny. She could have painted it. She's painting in other pictures, isn't she? I think it'll just be fun. It's just an idea for you. Just put a little bit of light-ish around like that, and we've got this strap. Make it dark at the bottom. I'll keep that handy for a minute, and I'm going to grab my next colour, which is orange, and just add to that. It's a nice colour, isn't it? It's really what I think about when I think about Halloween, sort of pumpkin orange, and lovely sort of bright, and yeah, just bright colours. So here we go. You can see I'm just doing a little bit of those pointy tips, but we're going to have a lighter colour for most of those. But just do a little bit and then it'll sort of blend in. Now I'm going to go back over now and just really make it look quite solid. So I think we haven't got a lot colour actually on this page, so it's a lot of black, so we need to make our colours really stand out. That's my thinking anyway. And if this is quite solid, then it will make these tips look stand out more. I'm trying to think what colour. I think I'm gonna, we do have a pumpkin orange, but I think I'm going to use the Tuscan Sun. It's quite an orangey yellow. I think it will just help them to stand out. I think if we'd used the orange, it might have been too similar. The pumpkin orange, too similar to the orange, plain orange. We haven't done that. Let's just pop a bit down there. Hopefully they stand out. There's an aeroplane going over. It's a clear sky today and sunny, so you can really hear the planes. Now I'm going to grab the blood orange again and just do a few more details. So down here where we started, I think it just needs fading a bit more, blending in. And just emphasise some of those darker areas really, like under there, might be some shadow, might be a bit darker. There we go. And then grab the orange oops, there he is, and go back over to just fit in, mix up a bit, just make it really defined, really dark, or intense I guess, it's not all dark. There we go, nearly there. There. Now, I want a hat to be purple. I think it's, for me, purple is very much a Halloweeny colour. I'm going to start with my darkest purple and then move to lighter. So the Amethyst is the darkest in my 72 set. I'm going to think here, look, quite dark, but I'm going to lighten that towards the edge because of that black background. It's quite similar, we don't want it to just disappear. And I'm thinking down here, be a bit darker. It's a beautiful colour. Then going up here, be dark along here. Oops. As I say, I don't want to do it too dark so it gets lost in the sky. Like that, maybe a little bit darker there. Around the ear. I tend to do her hat similarly each time. Okay. And then I think the purple iris is the next darkest purple. So I'm going to just extend that colour down and through. Now the paper in this book is thin. It's Amazon paper. I find that sometimes you need to layer up a little more with it, particularly the US Amazon paper, but sharp pencils always help. Take them up there. And here extend this bit right to the edge. So yeah, but I don't mind it. It's quite thin. I mean, if you wanted to do watercolour or something, you would have to be prepared for it wrinkling. It does wrinkle, it's fine. I've done watercolour on the Matchstick Mouse book, and yeah, it wrinkled the paper and it went through the page, but I didn't mind. I put some laminate behind to stop it spoiling the next picture because it's single-sided. You can get away with that, and even applying pens, gel pens, felt pens, stickles, things like that, they do wrinkle the page, but as I say, I don't mind. Okay, I want to go even lighter. So I'm going to go for the lilac for the last bit. So just going to blend that in and take it up to the tip. It's quite pink, this, isn't it? I think it'll work nicely. There we go. I think she looks very colourful. Obviously we need to colour her as well. We'll do that in a bit. Now always ignore these buckles on the hat. You could do them in black. I think I would do them in black or a really dark purple if you have one. A few layers of the amethyst might do it, but I'm leaving mine as is. I'm gonna just, ooh, I just went across the ear. Oopsie, hang on a minute. Right, now let's do mouse and then we'll think about the clouds and sky. I've got a few ideas. What colour should we do? I think I'm going to start with her ear actually. I'm going to use the pink macaron for the ear. I usually do her ears pinky or salmony or even perhaps slightly browny. I'm going to try and put more layers down at the bottom. I think it will be darker there. And we'll also use this for her tail. In some more autumnal pictures I tend to do it more brown because it sort of works with the theme of the picture, but I think it works very well in this Halloween theme. I think pinks work well. Hands and feet as well. Now I think usually I try and do a little bit darker at the bottom where it would be more shaded, but this pink is quite tricky to get too much more colour down. And I'm going to do her nose in pink because as much as I like doing it in black, it's just not going to show up from the sky. So there is her main part. Oh look, we've missed that strap. So we did blood orange for the bottom. Just spread it a little bit. And then Tuscan Sun, the top bit. Just hope my washing machine is finished. It can wait a minute. Now the body, I want her fur to look different to the broomstick. I could do it in greys. I think I will. Not sure that I've done one in grey before on a video. So pewter grey, this is quite dark, so I'm going to apply it quite gently because she needs to stand out from the sky. So I'm using the side of the pencil and holding it quite far down the barrel so I can get as even and light a amount as I can. Oh, it's beeping again. It does like to beep. Attention seeking little washing machine. It's that day of the week, washing day, while the workmen aren't here. Get as much work, get as many jobs done as I can, including videos and washing and cleaning. But hey, I get a chilled week then. Going to use the lightest grey, the smoke grey, for the face and chest here because I like to do that a bit lighter. Like that. Now I'm not going to do the clouds in grey. I could, but I think I want them to look a little bit more magical. It's Halloween, so I'm going to do them slightly pinky. So I'm going to grab this pink. It is the Flamingo pink. It isn't really pale, but I'm going to try and apply it slightly pale. So I'm just going to go, my aim is to keep it paler at the bottom and lighter as we go up. Got to guess where that bit is. There we go. And the same for all of these bigger clouds. Just noticed how much pencil crumbs there is here. I'm going to have to brush that off in a minute. It's probably from my sharpener. There we go. And this one. And you could mix a few colours in the clouds if you wanted. I'm just trying to keep it simple and fun. I've got a sort of guess again coming up here, but I'm sure I can manage. There we go. Now these little streaky lines, I'm wondering what to do with those. I'm just going to brush off the page. I'm thinking maybe a slightly silvery blue might be quite nice. So I'm going to use this Periwinkle blue for these and just colour them in. You could use a glitter pen, a metallic pen, make them look silver would be quite nice. I might add a bit of silver magic at the end. I'll show you. I've got two possible ideas. I can do that bit in this blue as well. There we go. I don't know what else that... Oh, it's that. It's one of those leaves, isn't it? Right. That's not right. Let's erase. Let's get our green, our turquoise. Just do that. There we go. That's better. You'd never know I made a mistake. I am looking for a... Yeah, this is a sparkling jelly roll pen. It's number 700 and it will add glitter. And I'm just going to add glitter to these bits. Okay. Okay. I think it will look pretty. I think Halloween, you know, we're not quite at Christmas yet, but Halloween needs some glitter. I do have plans for other Halloween pictures, by the way. I'm not big on Halloween, as you know, but as I said earlier, I do like colouring in these sort of colours and colouring cute pictures. I have, what's it called? Nice Little Town Halloween, and I've got a few pictures out of there that I was planning on doing. So I hope I'm going to get time to fit it all in before the end of the month. It's a bit tricky with people in, workmen in and out, to try and fit everything in. But I'll do my best. Let me see. I think that looks fun. I will tip it so you can see the shine. Oh, it doesn't want to shine. I can see the shine of the pencil, but not of the glitter. You may just have to believe me. But there is our cute little mouse. I'm just checking. I think she's done. So I'm going to leave it at that. But thank you for watching. I hope that was fun. I certainly had fun. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more from this book. I'm hoping to do a few more pages from here at some point. You know, as soon as I can, really. But that's that. But thank you for watching and happy colouring.